Hello, this is William Bowman, and I'm recording this video for Nikki Musco over at the Collar Club Academy. Thank you so much for allowing me to record this video. I don't want to take up too much of your time. I want to explain exactly what I found on the video and show you what you can change in order to get better results and volume. So in order to do that, I want to explain some things that you'll have an understanding of how to implement the changes and be able to tell when the changes are actually working, because honestly, we're after results here, right? So I'm going to be covering the volume of clients looking for the services in your area, what your top online competitor is doing to win that volume right now, and things you can do this exact moment on your site to start winning those clients in the future. So from my understanding, you do have some information regarding SEO. So I wanted to just jump straight into the analytical tool that I utilize to see behind the scenes on your page versus your competitor's page. And when we're seeing here, regarding organic keywords, UR, DR, backlinks, and all of that. I will explain this later on, but the biggest thing is that, it's showing that the organic traffic heading to the site isn't that good. So that's what drew me in to kind of look at, what we can do to kind of change that. So whenever I look at the front page, I really do love, the videos. You guys have all of your social media. You guys definitely have call to actions throughout. I like the design of the site. The only thing that I would mention is maybe more content on this page and any of your other specific training specific pages. The reason being is because with more content, of course, you can add more keywords. And keywords are extremely important. So keywords, you sprinkle them in there 5 or 6 times per page, per word that you want to rank for. And that will actually change how you set up, how you actually are found on Google. So if we pop over to, dog training Mckinney, Texas, something somebody would throw in to find you in one of your areas, we're going to see, the ads at the top. Glad to see you guys aren't here. This works sometimes, but a lot of people will just scroll past ads. Then we pop into the Google Map Pack. I'm sure you know about this, but the Google Map Pack is it's also called GMB or Google My Business. If you go to GMB, you can set up the application, get set up on here. That way you can appear here. I have seen a lot of my clients, get a lot of volume from this. Also, the link to your website is good for ranking purposes. And everybody feels a lot more comfortable when they can see some Google reviews because they know that they're good and bad. So they know that they get to see a holistic view and the whole picture of a company. But this can also be optimized so that based on geographic searches in areas that you service, that you end up in the top 3. So there is a way to do that. I don't want to jump into that. I would prefer kind of covering this area, which is called the organic search section. So the organic search section, this is just based off of this criteria. You can't pay to be here. And this is actually where a lot of the lion's share of people will come in to actually find companies. They already threw in this. They don't want to see another list. They want to just go to a company. So if we pop over here, this is the number 1 competitor. And as we see, this is their location page for this specific area, which is a big recommendation for you guys, considering you service all these areas. Win every single one of them, right? So let's go and see what they're doing in order to win McKinney, Texas. So when we pop over, we're seeing the UR, DR, both of these numbers, the higher they are, the better. So from a 0 to 100, you want it as close to 100 as possible. It's surprising that they're actually sitting here in the first position with, a UR of 8 and a DR of 18. I would normally expect this number to be 20 to 25 and a UR anywhere between 15 to 25, specifically for the front, spot, number 1 position minimum. I would expect those numbers. They only have 1 backlink. So, this comes into this is a very important section that I'd like to cover, in the fact that quality backlinks are way more important than quantity. I've seen companies go in and throw in like 1,000 backlinks that were poorly made. And yeah, it can move numbers a little bit, but in the long run, it's how websites can disappear overnight. And also Google knows that if, you're getting a backlink from a Chinese company or a Russian company, across the pond, they know it has nothing to do with a dog service company in McKinney. So they do watch out for that. The UR is kind of like your trustability. DR is kind of like your reputation / power of your sites. Domain rating versus UR rating. Now, they have 1 site sending the total 1 backlink, and they're ranking number 1 on Google for that, for this specific keyword that I threw in. But let's go and see what other keywords they're competing for. So when we pop in here, we're going to see dog training McKinney, Texas, volume of 90, dog training McKinney, volume of 40. We start seeing these are the volumes on average that are searched every single month. Looks like dog boarding is pretty high. But this is their rank on the side. So if you see the ranks, top 3 for these ones, 90, 40, and 10, they're not really ranked for any of the other ones, but yet, when we look at them, they're adding up to at least 53 in traffic. And that's for one specific area based off of some specific searches. What I would recommend is definitely going in and finding a bunch of different keywords. Maybe they don't have all of them. Ranking, getting this UR and DR up for your site with good quality backlinks and ranking, up in all of the areas that you're doing servicing in. So all of these areas can be won. And I'd probably work my way up to places like Dallas, because that's going to be a very competitive market and that's going to be very difficult to rank up and be in the top 10. But you can start out, with acquiring all of these other areas, Allen, Frisco, McKinney, Plano. But let's go and take a look at your site, and we see that, right now there isn't any backlinks whatsoever. There's no keywords that are being ranked for in the UR and DR, 5 and 3. I don't know if maybe you previously had some kind of data in here, or if maybe this is a brand new site. But I hope that this information was useful. The 3 things that I would recommend, get content on there, start ranking for, specific keywords for your area that have volume behind them. Get some good quality backlinks to start growing this UR and DR. And if you don't already have your GMB set up, get that set up and go ahead and start optimizing that to appear on the geographic locations near you. But thank you so much for your time, and I hope this information was useful in some way, shape, or form. I would love to hear your feedback. I know that you know a little bit about the SEO digital marketing portion industry, so I just wanted to hear kind of what your thoughts are. Is there something that I could have explained a little bit better? Is there some kind of information that you thought, oh, okay, perfect, I can just implement that easily, because that's kind of what I'm after. So thank you so much, and I hope you have a great day. Bye-bye.